walking through the town one night. It's dark, but it's still lit by the moonlight. And as you wander, you're greeted by a rather bizarre sight. You look to the left, there's a mirror. You wave. You walk over, sit checking yourself, making sure you're okay. Turn around, BAM! Doppelganger punches you in the back of the head.
Oh no! It was
the mirror trick.
The old mirror trick.
Bait and switch.
The 1-2 mirror switch.
Excellent. Doppelganger. I know very little about this monster. I know what it looks like in the book. It's like a big melty blue guy. Yeah. But they look like whoever is the thing. So I know what I'm going to be drawing. I think everyone's already predicted it. So
I want to talk about a lore thing to start with about doppelgangers, which is really cool. Doppelgangers don't raise kids on their own. They have kids with humans and then just kind of leave them.
Oh,
right.
Okay,
yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
I did not know that. That's really weird.
Yeah, they have kids with humans, and the human kid doesn't know that they're a doppelganger until they become a teenager.
Oh. It's literally like
X-Men.
Like X-Men.
Yeah. They don't know that
they... Mystique.
Yeah.
Don't know that you're a mutant until you get your hormones kick in and you're like, oh, I'm a blue guy.
Yeah, and then they want to run away to, join their kind or find out about what they are.
Yeah, do they have society at all? Do they
the book says they're kind of like loners.
Right, yeah.
But I think they covet things like power and position and wealth.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it's quite funny reading the book description because they're like they will take the visage of a very handsome man
and then
sneak into a town. Yeah.
That's so odd.
It's great.
So I guess that's true. Actually, will they ever mother a human or a child, or is that not really?
I don't think so. I think it's because they don't want to look after the kid.
Yeah, they wouldn't want to hang around to. Yeah, I mean,
this picture's goddamn amazing right now.
This is going to be a difficult pose for me to work out. Oh god.
Are you going to do kind of like a The Thing style? Where one of the blood's the wrong color.
Yeah, so one of them, I mean, let's just reveal right away what's going on here. One of them's going to be Norman proper. This one's going to be, Norman as normal, but this one's going to be it's going to be Norman without his gear, because... Can they make clothing?
I think they can,
I guess they can.
Yeah.
I guess maybe he shouldn't be without his gear, but he's not going to have his helmet. So the one on the left here is the doppelganger. He's going to be grossly detailed, and he's going to be maybe on the punched side. He's going to be go a bit and shape shifting.
That's pretty intense. I'm actually just reading it now. I didn't read the shape change a bit properly.
Oh yeah.
The doppelganger can use his action to polymorph into a small or medium humanoid it has seen, or back into its true form. Its statistics other than its size are the same in each form. Any equipment it is wearing or carrying isn't transformed.
Okay, so it can't... Okay, that's... Hey, I was correct then. Lore accurate already. I'm on my way. So is he just going to be naked? Is it just going to be a naked guy? Is it Terminator?
Oh.
We're cutting the canvas off at the bottom.
It's Norman from the future.
Yeah. And he's going to be recording... What is their strength and stuff? Is it...
11.
Have they got any... So they're better than the average man, I guess is their thing.
18 dex, 14 con, 11 int, 12 whiz, 14 charisma.
I guess I'm going to have to draw a naked man. And by
That's
have
pretty
to,
good stats.
Get to draw a naked man. So they are intelligent as well, and they're not... I kind of thought of them as being not mindless, but Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and not displaying an intelligence that you understand. But that was literally just, I think, a misconception, I suppose.
They're from the how they're written. They're kind of small time cons is kind of how they roll.
Yeah. So they're just out to have an easy life, I suppose. But again, because they are, raised normally, you can have them do anything, really, I suppose. You can have them be a more fleshed out character. What is the actual strength? I guess it's not. As in challenge rating, I mean. Sorry.
3.
So it's not nothing. That's actually a lot higher than.
They've got some stuff.
Guessed.
They've got some stuff. I'll let you know their stuff, the good stuff.
Yeah.
So first of all, because of the doppelganger, their surprise is a key element in it.
Oh, yeah. of
So
course.
in the first round of combat, a doppelganger has advantage on attack rolls against any creature it's surprised, so
Yeah.
it's great. And it also, in that first round, deals 3d6 extra damage on its attack.
That's actually quite cool. Because what I think about when I think about Doppelganger, and when I have considered using them in the past, it's always been a sort of like mostly like a role play challenge, as opposed to like, you know, and like you could have like a mystery as like why, you know, and it turns out, oh, this person's acting like this because they're actually been replaced, and I think that still is very valid, but I didn't really think of them particularly in terms of their combat like potential, but having them, you know, using their disguise really effectively. Maybe if you have a large combat with a lot of different people, like allies and enemies.
Or it's just so that they can fight back for that moment when they are discovered.
Yeah, that's true.
And-
But obviously, you don't want the reveal to just be, and then we killed them. So
Exactly.
That's fine,
They're going to be, you know, like the party member turns his back and then they BAM!
yeah,
Like,
but they are gonna be on their own. It's one of those monsters that is unlikely that it doesn't really have like another set of like creatures that you'd like leap to pair it with and have it like ally up with. I don't think.
yeah, you could always have the old it's being paid money to serve someone.
Yeah. Again, it's an intelligent thing, so having it working for things is very valid. But I think, again, having it as like a low-level boss, I think maybe like the local lord, everyone's like, oh, he's suddenly only started caring about like himself, and like he used to be like a good guy, but now he's suddenly, ever since something happened, like their coach went over the cliff, and then he was the only
Came
survivor.
back different.
Yeah, I think that could be a cool little thing, because it's something that the party can like investigate,
Low-level investigate as well.
low-level investigate, yeah, and then like, you know, it's a cool reveal. It has that kind of like vampire feel to it, where it's something that can plan and, you know, can react to what you're doing before.
It's not sophisticated though.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not going to be too difficult. That's why I think having it as a low-level equivalent for that sort of thing is would be quite good.
It could be on the other side of it, it could be like a potential powerful ally for a party as well.
Yeah, because again, you can negotiate with them for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just the one that comes to my mind a lot, and I don't remember all the names in it. I'll talk about it quickly because it is just from a video game. But there's a changeling character in The Witcher 3 that you use, and basically the quick end of it is they know Geralt, and you kind of use your your friendship to kind of convince it to help you, and they are quite reluctant because they are quite self-serving. But he basically takes the role of like a mob boss in the city.
Right.
I was going to say, crime lord is like great
for
a doppelganger.
Really?
Yeah,
or a crime lord's like assassin.
Yeah,
you know? I think something that'd be really effective. Actually, I didn't really think of that because I only really thought of them as for some reason as being not particularly intelligent.
Yeah, I think if you kind of like focus on them being kind of like self-serving, but not necessarily like evil or good, but it's just kind of like if you can kind of win their favour.
A proper like neutral character that you could really do with a changing.
Really self-interested is like the main thing, I'd say. Yeah.
Doppelgangers can read thoughts.
Wow, really?
So
yeah, they'd make really good like criminal underground guys if you have like an urban setting.
He could have this piercing stare, and some of the other crime guy could be like, he always knows when you're lying. Stuff like that. You know, it could be very good to be because you know he is a Challenger rating 3 mob boss.
Oh yeah. I mean that's, you know, for depending on the kind of setting you have, I suppose, but that could be like as strong as people get, like average people.
I don't like the design of their true form.
Yes, I agree. Like the truth, I think that might be what kind of made me assume they were not what they actually are, because their true form, they are just sort of kind of creepy aliens.
Yeah.
And that makes them look just sort of like, you know, creeps. Whereas what I think what you really want, if you want to have a really cool doppelganger, is you want them to be an interesting character, which is not something you have an opportunity to do with every monster in the book.
Would you say it'd be preferable if it just didn't have a natural form?
Ooh.
Matt Colville has a video where he talks about changelings.
Yeah.
And his changelings are just a bag of like flesh and like 3 feet. So
the thing, yeah.
Yeah, like so that you fighting them as like, they pretend to be a humanoid, they got weird powers and things, and then once you defeat them, they revert to this completely alien, like awful creature, like the Thing.
Yeah.
And that could be very effective for settling in how horrifying this thing that was pretending to be a friend.
Yeah.
Was.
So but then if you want them to be a little bit more sympathetic, you can have like I would say its true form would probably just be whatever like human form it had originally
when it grew up,
when it was being raised.
Yeah.
But then I guess why couldn't they just keep living that life?
Yeah.
I was thinking as I read that little description that a very interesting low-level quest, because you sprinkle in a few little quests people can do, in low level.
Yeah.
Could be that some kid ran away from home, and you track him down, and he's like, he's just a doppelganger, and it's just a social encounter of. He's surprised with what he is, and you guys like talk to him and stuff, and then that could play into your idea, Sam, of then how do you use him?
Ally.
Yeah.
Because there could be a big.
It's okay being different.
Yeah, and maybe there is a lord in town who's being evil, and they really need someone to impersonate the servant to find out the information or something.
Yeah.
And they could have this poor boy who is actually a doppelganger, and he gets more selfish, and as he figures out what he is, his character changes to be selfish and money loving and whatever it is a doppelganger is.
I think the main point that really affects the way you use them is the kind of party you have. Because you will not, if you want to have like a cool investigation-y, find out what's going on, it was a doppelganger thing, that's going to rely on your party being like willing and able to do an investigation in D&D, which not every party's going to be able to do. Similarly, not every party's going to be like satisfied with like, the conclusion to this quest is it was a doppelganger, but that's not a problem, and we should be nice to this person. But again, knowing your party is like always going to be your first thought when you're designing your encounters and like your quests. I think. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but the number I'm going to give is actually quite high.
Yeah,
I think mine's gotten quite higher as we've been talking, and I just thought of literally what this picture is of. Having a gun and pointing it at, which one's which. Which
one's which? That one hasn't got any of his equipment. But I think in terms of number, I'm thinking like a 14, to be honest. I really like them.
I was expecting that, yeah.
Yeah.
And like
when, too easily swayed, but
when you said that they were going to be high, I was thinking like 14, 15. I think I'm going to go 14 as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll go with 15. I think they're really fun.
Yeah. I think it's a really cool, like, low-level thing. Because, like, other things like Challenge Rating 3 are, like, werewolves. Obviously, we'll probably do werewolves at some point. But, like, you get what you expect with something like that. Whereas I think having, like, a really memorable doppelganger would be really cool in a campaign, I think. And, again, it's the opportunity for having a character, whether it be, diabolical, evil, or sympathetic. I think it's a really good, opportunity for that, which not every monster provides.
It writes itself with the doppelganger, as we've we put out already like 10 scenarios to guess one.
I think it's super easy once you know what it is to just start inserting it into ideas, and it's just kind of writes itself in a way. They're really good.
This is such a stupid picture.
I love it so much.
Such a dumb.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
That's sick.
There's a lot of time spent on some aspects of this, like the hair, as in each individual body hair. Maybe I didn't need to do that, but I wanted to.
I love how ripped Norman is. we now know this is fact.
Confirmed. Well, he's always wearing chainmail.
Absolute
always.
Beefcake.
He's always wearing weighted clothing. That's the only reason he wears the armor. To make himself stronger.
I adore the expressions. They're very good. The gritted teeth of true Norman is very good.
Well, as you can see, Norman's not trained with unarmed combat, so he's only doing 1 damage plus his strength, whereas the doppelganger has an attack that does damage, so he's doing a lot more. That's the only reason, of course.
I really like how the doppelganger's beard is like infinitely HD compared to Norman's beard.
It's very good.
It was kind of the only thing going into the doppelganger I knew I wanted to do. Is I wanted Norman to be his normal cartoon self, and the only way to distinct that was just have the doppelganger be horribly detailed. In
He looks so evil.
Yeah.
Well,
Those soulless eyes.
The blank eye of Norman, it does look pretty horrifying when it's got like lids around it. It will be said.
It looks so much more sinister, whereas it makes him look quite innocent. Obviously, yeah.
Just like big blank eyes. And then the flying sword in the background is swooping down and around, coming in for a swing. We'll see if it connects.
Yeah, I like that. That's a very nice background. It's very it looks like it's a Norman's thing now because it's like cartoony as well.
Yeah, it's also just like, this is just like in the middle of a field or something. I don't know. I like to feel like he's walking through like the tall grass, and then suddenly a naked version of himself runs out and
Pops
punches
up
him.
and smacks him.
A wild Norman appears.
Yeah, just like does a boxing punch right to the face.
This is what happens if a doppelganger is on a random encounter table.
Suddenly a naked version of the pie just runs out at you. Surprise round.
Yeah.
That'd be horrific.
That guy's that could be a fun moment, where he points at the member of the pie. He's like, he's replaced me.
Yeah, and it's like, well, you have all your gear still, and this one is just a random guy. Insight check, crit fail. I guess you must have stolen his equipment.
Must have stolen the clothes off him.
Imagine if that happens, and then like the DM just like, do you want to just play as the doppelganger from now on? And everyone just like doesn't know, in character that is. I think it'd be quite funny.
I've learnt disguise self, but when I cast it, I only am naked.
Okay, I can't do it on clothes, just on If you're a doppelganger, make your own account on YouTube to watch this. Don't watch it on the person you're imitating's account, because that's useless.
We need unique views.
Yeah, whenever you change into someone else, make a new account. And then subscribe, of course.
That's I mean, what?
So because
so what you're saying that every time a doppelganger becomes a new person, he should subscribe, and press the bell button.
Yes, and ring the bell. Yeah, always.
So each of his personalities should be a new unique account, which is not unique at all, because it's still the same doppelganger. There's not photo ID on YouTube.
Well, okay. How about this? Everyone who's subscribed so far, thank you very much. Can you also just make a bunch more accounts?
No, we can't say that.
I don't think you're allowed to. I don't think you're allowed to promote that. I mean, it's
no.
against the terms of service.
Probably is.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I don't want to be famous that way.